What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got some quick troll action for you guys to check out, featuring one of my favorite troll decks in the game, 60 card appropriate deck out, and he's going to be facing off against a very interesting deck at the top. This is actually a Danger Chaos Dragon Amorphage deck, which I was just like, wait, what? How exactly does this all work in a deck? But I guess when you really think about it, the fact that Dangers are all dark attribute, they can be used as fodder for the Chaos monsters, and you know, some of the levels actually add up. Danger Bigfoot being level 8 does open up those rank 8 exceed plays, but he does play the Amorphages, which feel a little out of place to me. So we'll go ahead and roll this, and I think that I'm not exactly sure who has the advantage here, to be honest. So you see that because Danger, like anytime you run Danger, you get a bunch of removal. With Danger Thunderbird is back removal, pop your opponent's face downs, making sure they're not stalling. All right, so the first move he's gonna do, he has that Chaos Dragon Levineer on field, and you can see he does summon the Chaos Emperor Dragon, the new version. Gonna go for Dark Matter Dragon, one of those rank 8s that I was talking about. Uses Eclipse Wyvern a lot, then actually trades that Doesn't Matter Dragon for the Heretic Link. Not sure if that was worth it, but I guess we'll find out. He's got 2 of the new Chaos Dragons, and then he gets himself a Titanic Galaxy. Now check this out. During the standby phase, Art Brave Dragon is gonna activate, and he's going to get a Morphage Goliath, and honestly, this is actually a pretty strong board. He does have this scale on the field, the Amorphage scale, and I think this is the one that stops spell cards from being activated, so really it kind of feels unnecessary to me, because he already has Titanic Galaxy to suck up a spell. But if this was just his board and he didn't have this card on field, he would have it so his opponent would not be able to special summon from the extra deck. He'd have spell negation, and he'd have an evac device built into his erratic monster. So this is actually good turn 1 stun board, if I say so myself. But his opponent is playing a deck that relies on traps, so he's like, yo, come at me, bro. I'm just gonna set 5, see what you do about that. That's why I don't like, this is why I don't like Amorphage, because you see he had to tribute his Amorphage Goliath, and that was a really powerful stun monster, and he has to just give it up for, you know, the sake of keeping his pendulum scale on the field. That's why this archetype flopped, by the way, anyone who's ever wondered that. So he is going to start attacking that back row. Not just one. I thought he's actually going to take out a couple of them. I think he is. I think he's going to summon another Levineer. Gets rid of 2 back row, including that Quaking Mirror Force. And you can see he's like, Cap, I got rid of the Quaking Mirror Force. It's all over, baby. GG easy. Except did he? He's got a second copy. Get you baited. And it's really sad because the only monster he's able to keep is a Link monster with exactly 0 attack. So it can't do any damage. And now he can pretty much just slow this game down. He has a card of Demise, a Dark Bribe. He's going to set the bribe. Activates Cup of Ace to get even more cards. Pot of Indulgence doesn't matter because he can't use it anyways. Had to be the first thing. And his opponent keeps having to tribute monsters to keep that stupid, that freaking stupid scale active. Now he did use Recall to force his opponent to draw. That means he can use Appropriate, and his Appropriate is gonna get popped. Now this was kind of troll in my opinion. He uses Book of Eclipse to put his opponent's, was that Danger Bigfoot or it was Nessie, to put it face down. Here's the problem with that. Not only is he going to be able to pendulum summon and get the Goliath back, but during the end phase, all of the monsters flip up and his opponent's going to draw 4 cards. Now, he does not have Appropriate anymore, and all of that work that he did to get the Titanic Galaxy face down so that he could use his cards, all of it went right down the drain. I think he probably should not have used Book of Eclipse. He should have just ate the attack, but maybe he's not. I mean, maybe he's not trolling. Maybe he's debating his opponent because Morphing Jar, get a new hand. Now, as far as I can tell, even if the monsters are flip face up from Quaking Mirror Force, I don't believe they can change their battle positions. That's why he hasn't put in the Titanic Galaxy or the 11-year Dragon in attack mode. He's just giving them up, and even though he's going to try to attack again, his opponent activates that Scrub Raid, and now if you look, he only has 2 cards left in deck. This is going down to the wire. Activates this really weird card called Dealer's Choice. This says each player shuffles their deck, which for this guy is going to be really easy, shuffling 2 cards. And his next card is Upstart Goblin. Oh my god, that's even worse. You shuffle your deck, then you draw a card, and then each player discards a card. So basically, is this like a trap version of Dark World Dealings? Because it seems very much like a trap version of Dark World Dealings. So he's going to go ahead. He forces him to get that Upstart Goblin, and that is basically the kiss of death, unless he can win this turn, because he has no deck now. Can he win this turn? No, he just does not have the damage. And even if he did, well, I wonder, can you activate present card if your opponent doesn't have a deck? I wonder if you can attempt to force your opponent. Let me see. Your opponent discards their hand. discards their entire hand, then draws 5 cards. You can only activate 1 present card per turn. I feel like I've asked this question before. I'm not 100% certain if you can activate present card if your opponent can't draw cards from their deck. Somebody answer that in the comment section below. Same thing would kind of go with dealer's choice. How do you shuffle your deck when you don't have a deck? But it doesn't matter because he had another copy of Scrub Raid. So he would have been able to stall for 1 more turn, and if his opponent didn't get an attack through, he would have had to find some way of shuffling a card back into his main deck. But if he didn't have something like Nightmare Unicorn, it was pretty much just a wrap. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this short little duel. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already. Turn on that notification bell for daily videos, and check out these other videos I know you'll enjoy.